guys know that we're getting prepared for the coding classes. I'm gonna do another video on this, but I have the training coming up March 4th. For those of you guys that want to send your developers, especially for those of you guys in the hood, you don't have to put your name down, but you should have an email to be able to get access to the training. I'm gonna do Zoom, and then I'm gonna go do GoToMeeting, because for GoToMeeting you don't need to sign up for an account or anything like that, and then you guys can go ahead and like securely log on. Okay, I'm not gonna do it live on YouTube because that's shortchanging myself. This first session is gonna be free. It's an intro to the class, but if you want the technology to build Superbase, you want the code, all that type of stuff, that's gonna be the next class. Okay, so that's the first thing that I have to say here. Sorry, I look completely different. This is like a not a really good photo of me. Those of you guys that have seen me out and about on the streets, this is what I look like. So, one of the things that I'm going to show you guys here is something that is very chaotic and wild in the government right now. And then here I have another one too. Yeah, we're going to do this system Find the Lost using floating points generated by your zodiac to locate people on the planet. That's so dope because you have a numerical sequence in your head by your floating point, which is like your astronomical and then astrological values. So we can use that to find people. Like you can find your mate. Like, oh, how do I find my soulmate? What? You don't need to know his birthday or anything like that. You just say soulmate, and he already has a number that's already floating around somewhere. So let's get dynamic, right? And instead of static, and then we can go ahead and look into different databases that we already have access, which is which is your ability to digitize intuition or intention. Like it has a chemical sequence and it has a floating point too. There's a planet that runs intention, so you can code the floating point for that and scan databases out in space to get that type of information. So we're going to be doing that. Find lost homes, money that you're owed, etc., etc., all that type of stuff. Find out who's paying the judge, how much, all that other good stuff. That's boring. Build your own super base. That's boring too. But I really can't wait for this Find the Lost. So, I just wanted to tell you that the government is really sloppy with the shit we just got started. And they're saying that the US Department of State is announcing $10 million and then $5 million for information leading to the arrest of these people that are running these ransomware groups. Because I that the hacking got hella rampant, but you've been watching this on my channel the whole time and we've been reporting this to the feds. Remember, they put me in the psych ward for 17 days. Some people that I was crazy because I was talking about this. Now they're trying to pay people for this. But one of the things that we're going to go look into here too is that 15, which is the devil. And this is where the devil comes in, and it's always in the details because we already talked about this on my YouTube. So if they're giving anybody money, they're just laundering money, okay? But they're really broke. So how do you go from this? You go from that to raising $7 million for a broken system. Where are you getting that money from? That's how much we owe China, supposedly. Listen, I don't want to really get into that. I just feel like you shouldn't really listen to that. There should be more talk about things that are prevalent, things that are making sense in the planet. Everyone's noticing that there's something that's not making sense on the planet. So let's go ahead and look at the fact that, remember chief operating officers? Okay, chief operating officer, Department of Public Health, San Francisco. Right. Because you're getting fired because you're coming to work looking for organ trafficking of black women to go play with black men in the hood. And is that 1 in 5 and then 1 in 6? That's how I read it. The tower. But I'm only showing you how arbitrary that is. Daisy, that can be anything. Why would you even look so deep into those? Oh, so now, once again, Secretary of Defense, Department of Defense that's supposed to be watching this, and Homeland Security, he's in the hospital. The other one got removed today. So I'm gonna go back into that. This is a joke. This is to play in somebody's hood, talking about he stole $11 million while he was in jail. How did he do that without help of the jail? Yeah, charged with defamation. Why? And this is what happens when you play with Xiong and you play in the Dai Li. You end up looking like that and you lose everything. Yeah, whoa, she trafficked people's organ to get one for her daughter? Are these people Yoruba? Because how? How now? No. They can't be from our place. Yeah, whoa. Mama, hey, auntie. Whoa. NBA investor died in helicopter crash. It's the same dude? Just who it was. No, I think it's funny that they were saying that he was an investor. That's why I also screenshotted that, and also to the fact that they're putting different stories out there to see if people are paying attention to what they're doing. People are, because only facts get on my channel. Of this facts with Lupita Nyong'o, it was a few other things that were in her phone that the cartel found because she was working on three storylines for a few other movies to go ahead and portray this, and that's what she ended up getting exposed for on my channel. So it's very unfortunate that that's what happened. I hope she gets herself together. So 17,000 retractions, yeah, all of it is fudged. Well, let's keep going. Zoom laid off its CEI team. Good. That's what you hells get for go playing in tech and playing with the white man. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because the lawsuits, because of them putting out false medicine and playing with people. How did you find a mathematical pattern in the cells of human people if you don't have a mathematical akasha? And our form is way beyond the instruments that we have on the systems that instruments can't like measure. So how did you get your outcome? And this is where we get into the fact that their system is arbitrary and it's all reductive. It has no place. This is what happens when you clown so much that you just get hit. Yeah, Moscow on fire today. Moscow in flames. There was a fire. Whoa. I'm telling you, whoa. Let it just keep going. Yeah. White recruits in the military, baby. Done. This is why they're putting money out because people want to pay for this hack to get exposed. Exactly, they don't have any money. So, yeah, Connecticut's first Black women chief public placed on leave. It's very unfortunate that everyone's getting placed on leave and everyone's getting hit at their job. Another silent killer. Whoa. This is more like artwork. It's not a true structural form. Yeah, protect street vendors of California endowment. After selling off all the Oaxaca women and their children for weave, and then doing a 90-day ban with the Irquankla, Matt Haney, for 90 days and put hella people in poverty. Now they're talking about protect street vendors. This is like a slap in the face. Like, oh, protect street vendors, haha. Like after we put a ban on you and started a bunch of shit. Like we're actively doing this, acting like henchmen and starting hella shit in the community, and then we're trying to make it seem like we're not. Whoa, violent night, 4 murders in 3 hours, baby. And you're still playing in Cheong. And you want to go start it in the daily. Whoa, yeah, whoa. What is going on? What are you starting? This high priest Chinaduo Kobe, he ended up passing away because he was like crossing the street or like there was a traffic stop and the police killed him. He was Igbo. So these people came together to give their family money. But I'm wondering why he ended up getting killed. Woo. A stingray potentially impregnated by a shark. Things I've seen wonders here. Didn't I tell you that if they're on the same structure, they can go ahead and mate? I told you guys that it was gonna happen, and it happens, and it did. Or right, another wonder is that she just decided to get pregnant because she can. Which brings up another question: how can you also do that? What database design is that? And that's when you talk about aquatic beings and different functions. This is great. So people can finally shut the fuck up and stop playing with me in virtual reality. Yeah, opioid is stronger than fentanyl. 25 times stronger. what's happening? Yeah. Some people are just goofy. U.S. Court of Appeals is intense for the 10th Circuit is hiring. Yeah, the court's hiring techies and consultants and shit like that. I'm telling you, eventually I'll be the top consultant in tech and not even asking for it. And the funny thing is, I won't do any work. I won't do any work, and you'll be like, wait, how did that even happen? I won't do any work. You'll see it. So now what's going to end up happening here is I'm going to walk into a place of showing you guys what more they've done, because some of you guys need to hear the story that came up in virtual reality today. I hope people are listening to this. So the story that came up in virtual reality today is about what happened with this Matt Haney and his sister Erin. When they were playing on the phone, and something that's coming up is the name of their organization that these rappers and everyone that's watching these celebrities and people just coming here, this is the name of their organization. Yeah, Reform Alliance, this is them. Remember, this was cut 50 in California. Works here. She did not tell these rappers what her brother had did playing with me in the court. I wouldn't want to know that your brother's going toe to toe with the black woman. I don't give a fuck if she was the problem or not. I want to see, even though I wasn't. Because what ended up happening was they were playing with my phone and playing with virtual reality, and it exploded, and everyone found out about it. So now what ended up happening was a lot of the rappers did not know that they had started this. So Meek just now found out today, because I told you, now tell me who did it. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Now tell me who did it. When you guys have no idea, when they were making those raps and shit was going on, they were getting put in Spy Magic and people were hearing their songs and rapping it. Like, I heard your lyrics though. This is how all the rappers got hella mad and like, why would you be uploading us to virtual reality so white people can play on our flow and take chemicals and then play with our blood and shit like that, putting us in jail so you can seem sick and lit. That's what came out, that the brother and the sister play like that with black people. And now you see everything coming up with public defender. He did not know that the father is under investigation and considered war criminals in the United States, and that they had their hand in the death of Jeff Adachi. They also uploaded Jeff Adachi's wife, and they were all in there. But this is what they get because they should have paid more attention to this virtual reality. They just didn't want to have their hand in it because they know goofy people around them that play with tech and that this would one day impact their hood. So they stayed out of it. But the way that they stayed out of it is by not saying things. But they didn't know a whole part of the story. So now Meek is just not finding out that you mean to tell me that your brother is like playing like that and you're like trying to do criminal justice work. We look goofy. You guys are getting banished from the jails and like you're actually setting people up so you can like seem cool because you got pants and everyone saw your small dick in like high school or something. That's some type of shit that is coming out. So you're starting hella shit with a black woman that's very powerful spiritually to feel some type of way, and you're then causing hella shit and kids are missing and being fed feces and being molested and their hair cut off for weave so goofy bitches can play in your face, and you think that you're lit. Meanwhile, the whole economy is imploding and there's nothing really going on and the whole planet's about to come to a standstill because you kept this bullshit going. Okay, so now everyone's staring at each other. Okay, I think it's time for this to come to an end. Yeah, because it just went too fucking far and it sounds goofy. And then today, what I found out is that they, this was on Facebook. Wallow267, he's their new marketing director for this organization for getting people out of jail. Yeah, he did go to jail too. So what ended up happening here? Yeah, whoa. So what ended up happening here is they want to like get around people, but not tell people what they did, because know for a fact that they would have never ever got involved in that had they seen the truth. He thought he was going to get sick and lit off my energy and the rest of the energy of a bunch of black and brown people by playing with illusions and invisibility. Like, oh, you don't know, so I can like act like I have something over you because you're stupid and narcissistic and your mind is hella inverted because you guys have sex in your family. So now what ends up happening is this is a big ass conversation coming up, along with people playing with custody, along with people playing with their job and playing with budgets, along with people playing with technology and playing with their jobs, working with different wardens and shit like that, and along with playing with a bunch of white supremacists that want to play with my work. And it's about to cause a major cultural explosion in every city and state where thousands upon thousands of people are about to be in the streets fucking macro blasting people because of what happened, because of this virtual reality, because of you all starting shit on YouTube, playing with period blood and playing with white people. White people have officially done the unthinkable. That's done. They even outdid what they thought that they can do, but there was a reality escape for that type of unthinkable. So we went to go look for it, and it's not been done yet. So we said, that's fine then. If this is here, that means that it's absolutely done. Let's go ahead and clean up. So everything got unraveled, and it got cleaned up, and it came out who started slavery all the way up, and it's trying to create some warped force of physics to try to stay close and stay out of karma, and it's not working. There's hella demons all around. So now what ends up happening here is they have to answer to the fact of what came out in space, and that they cannot have a single conversation about space, people of color, and all the stuff that's going on the planet until they talk about what they did with that virtual reality, and they talk about the coding system and everything that's going on, because we straight broke the computer and everyone just not found out what they were doing. But another thing that's going to end up coming out is when you talk to her, she's going to tell you a lie. How is it that your brother found out she was filing a restraining order? Because she filed one and then he does it 3 days later. How did that happen? So you mean to tell me if that's the case, then he has something in her phone, so you've been the one playing, you've been the one. So you mean to tell me that's how Meat got robbed 3 times? Their hood got hit. That's how Quavo got hit. That's how everyone got hit for their supply. You robbed us because your families have no money. And then you made fentanyl because you were playing a space, and then you made a technology to bind people's ears, and it's a fucking radiation that you have to be next to somebody with some type of device and stuff like that, and you're violating people's privacy, coming in people's apartments, playing with chemicals, starting a bunch of shit, causing a bunch of drama. You sound stupid. Everybody involved in that virtual reality, all these rappers, all these everyone's about to lose all their fucking money. That's done for. The economy's crashed. What economy are you gonna have? Then everything's gonna get deleted because of the computer. So then they'll have what they have in person. That's barely any. They'll go and they'll take this and this and that. What are you talking about? The cartels right here. You don't. You're talking about just money. Money will one day become like a thing that's not a problem for us as a people. When that stops becoming a problem, then you have a fucking problem. That's why you always want money being a problem for us. That's what white people got caught doing, trying to play with this system that's from space to try to have economic power over black and brown people, to play with our melanin in the laboratory, to play with coding, and it's really fucking backfiring. Yeah, that's done. Yeah, that's done. Yeah, that's done and over. That's done. People have got to get with the program. That's done. So with this coding tutorial now, all these people that went to go play with that, their computers are all tapped. They're all being watched because they use my YouTube and everything like that to catch people. They know how to get into their past their VPNs, past everything. That's done for. So then, because you just run the IP on the specific type of technology, and you can see what other databases it's being added to or attached to it or manifested from, to see who's playing with like Wi-Fi tapping. Sorry, IP hopping and things like that. So now what's going to happen here is a bunch of people are about to find out about who was playing on their computer, who was playing on their phone, even their trap phone, which I talked about. Every trap phone is tapped in Atlanta. So because they followed me there to play games and be messy and goofy. And that's when that triple homicide happened in Atlanta in 2021. There's also something with Atlanta with mass shootings. Uh, you guys remember when we first started this virtual reality, when they first started it on us? You remember how 11 Alive used to always tell about what was going on and how they got famous? 11 Alive started at like 10,000 people when this started. They have more views than Good Morning America because of what they put on there. They straight exposed the police in Atlanta. 11 Alive News. They have everything. We have it all saved. 11 Alive. You just go on here. Ooh. Just go on here, 11 like mass shooting, and just go on here. You can see Midtown mass shooting. Yeah, shootouts every day in Atlanta. It was so wild. So wild. Yeah, there was a carnival. Let me see that one. A carnival, several people sprayed. Whoa, just blam. Because you guys were doing way too fucking much and starting too much shit, and that's their claim to fame. She thinks that, like, Erin thinks that she's a black woman playing with me. That's why she becomes black. Like she thinks she has like clout and stuff like that in the black community by embarrassing herself and exposing something about white people that's very deep sexually and very like disgusting, deep for them. But like to us, it's like wow, that's actually expected, even though it's the unthinkable. You can do more than that. So if you can do more than that, let me know because you might need God. So what ends up happening here is so many people have now come to see what's going on here. Yeah. I want to bring it back to that military shortage because a lot of you guys do not see that the military is imploding. They're trying to re-up. They're trying to move money all around so they can fund all this bullshit that they've been doing. Whoa. Yeah, they're moving their Delaware filings. I'm not sure why they're doing like some bullshit. Yeah, CBS parent company fires over 800 people. No one has a job. Chinese and Indian companies are about to be hit by sanctions because of their ties to Russia. Yeah, it's done. I'm playing with virtuality and starting a bunch of shit, and there's a bunch of new people and there's a bunch of stuff moving. They got rid of the director of what's this thing called? Ooh, yeah, there's also something like that too. Yeah, they removed him today. So that's what I wanted to just say, you guys. Even though it was the Republicans that did it, there's something that's about to come out with that as a whole. Whew. Whoa! Whew. I'm telling you, what Homeland Security? You have the cartel, right? You have the different, the Black royal family. You have I'll have the Middle Eastern royal family that includes Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, etc. Yeah, you have the Britons out there, the Black Britons out there in UK, and a bunch of other people too. Whoa! You have the Kitagani, the royal families of Asia. What you would call Asia the countries. Yeah. Whew. People are not playing at all. There is so much strife and chaos because they played with this bullshit. I just don't know what to say. All right, you guys. So thank you so much for watching. That's all I have for you. Bye.